This is my little corner of the world. I welcome you or welcome you back to it. Here I share what I am creating both on a physical level and on an energetic one. As a master potter, I share tips, tricks, and mini tutorials for those of you who are interested in learning to work with clay. I also share my sewing projects, gardens, and sometimes even furniture building from our Bale Homestead in the Canadian countryside. But most importantly, I am here to share my human journey with you. For me, life was one big art project, a place of creating beauty and of experimenting with this physical, emotional, and spiritual reality. This is an existence of trial and error, of seeing what works and learning from what doesn't work. I am here to share what I know, what I've learned, and what I have yet to master. Okay, all done. So this week I made all these little ramekins, and I like to make them in all different sizes because everybody wants something different. Depending on what you're going to be serving in them, you'll want a different size. So some of them are shallow, some of them are taller, and I like to make these little spoons and spreaders that go with them. I think it's really sweet, and it would probably make a really lovely gift to have that come together. And I have a bunch of the small ones, but I need more big ones, so I'm going to make some of those this week as well. The other thing I want to show you is finally a finished Christmas ornament. I wanted to show you how much they shrink, so I kept the original print off that I designed it around. And you can see now that it's about 2/3 of the size that it originally was. So keep that in mind. If you're making something, make it bigger than you want it. I knew this was also going to shrink more than normal. I didn't actually know how big the end product would be, but I'm really happy with the size. When you're making a mold, you're looking at shrinking the original that I made, then the mold has to shrink, and then the clay going in the mold has to shrink. So there's almost 3 times the shrinkage as would normally be, but each of those pieces isn't being fired to its full temperature, so it's not quite 3 times, it's maybe 2.5 times. But anyway, I like the way they turned out. And I also want to show you today how I reclaim my clay, because reclaiming your clay is an important part of throwing. So I'm going to remove this so I can get to the trimmings underneath. I'm going to put them in the bucket, and then I'm going to describe to you how I reclaim. Okay, so I have my scraps here from when I was actually throwing the ramekins on the wheel. That's all the slip scrapings from my hands and little bits that I'm trimming off, or that fly off as I'm throwing. So they get all put in a pile and they start to dry out. And then all the trimmings in this bucket now, I put just a tiny bit of water in the bottom. I'm going to stir them up, and then I'm going to scoop them right out onto the board here. So you don't have to let your trimmings soak in big buckets and let them build up. You can just take the trimmings right from your catch basin, add a little bit of water, and actually I had much more water than I needed. There's a whole bunch of water left here in the bottom of the bucket. You really just need a drizzle of water, and then kind of smush them around. If I didn't add quite as much water and they were a little bit firmer, I'd make them into a little rainbow shape right away. But they're a little bit mucky for that, so I'm going to let them dry out in this little pad of clay, and as it dries I will then scrape it off and shape it. Because this little clump has been drying up already, I am able to make it into that shape. So perhaps you already know this, perhaps you don't, but if you make this kind of big log of clay and then curve it into a rainbow, that will have more surface area and it'll dry much faster. And that's how I reclaim all my clay. I've had a lot of people tell me that they've reclaimed huge amounts at a time. That used to be me. I used to store it all up and then do a big bucket load. And I think because I don't make a lot every week, and also because I don't love reclaiming clay, I just stay on top of it. That way it doesn't become overwhelming. So every week I just reclaim this amount and I'll wedge it into the next things that I throw. So I hope that was helpful. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end. Lately, I've been intentionally slowing down. This time of year here in Canada is very conducive to hibernation and rest. Our bodies naturally want to slow down and relax. The more I slow down, the more I am able to feel how much pressure I've been under. For me, all of this pressure is, as always, self-imposed. I'm someone who likes a sense of accomplishment. I like to set goals and reach them. The problem is that my goals are never ending, and the moment I've reached one, I'm already halfway to the next one. Although I do see the benefit of working hard on a project and reaping the rewards that come from it, it has felt out of balance for as long as I can remember. I've been keenly aware of this inner discord for a very long time, but until recently I didn't know what it was, where it came from, or how to correct it. With the slowing down of the season, it has allowed me the space to reflect and receive the answer. And that answer is to step into my feminine energies, the place of receiving, of gratitude, and of letting go of the need to control. The space of not being busy, of allowing for rest, and of doing nothing. In this age of boss babes, we have lost the sacredness of honoring softer feminine energies, as women have been taught to be successful, self-reliant, ambitious, and in control of our lives in the name of self-empowerment. But it has come at a huge cost. We have lost our inner harmony. Chinese culture refers to this as the balance between yin and yang. It is the balance of dualities within each of us. Ideally, both men and women have a balance of healthy masculine and feminine energies. I've become aware of how out of balance these energies have been within me. Growing up, I had the huge advantage of being raised in a stable home with kind caregivers. My parents are wonderful people, and they did an incredible job raising me. But like every childhood, there were shortcomings. Nothing in life is perfect, and it is my belief that it isn't supposed to be. How else can we grow and learn if we're not faced with challenges to overcome? People can only give what they have to give. Like many of their generation, my parents weren't and aren't comfortable expressing emotions or dealing with the emotions of others. They never said, "I'm sorry," "I'm proud of you," or "I love you." As a highly sensitive person, being raised with a lack of emotional connection was a mismatch for me. I often felt alone in the world and like I was always striving to earn their love. I became restless and I started pouring my energies into tasks that I hope would earn me a sense of connection. I longed for my parents to be proud of me, and I'm sure that they were, but they kept those sentiments hidden and unexpressed. So I kept striving harder and harder, and it's still something I do to this day. It has driven me to create a life of material success that I am quite proud of, but at no point have I been able to fully relax into it and appreciate all that I've accomplished, because I'm always so focused on the next goal. The missing piece to the puzzle is to stop, to slow down, to take the pressure off, to stop striving forward and to lean backward. Just like that exercise of trust where you allow yourself to fall backwards, to be caught in the supportive arms of the person behind you. It's something you cannot do if you don't feel safe. It means being vulnerable, and that's not something I've ever been comfortable with, but I'm willing to learn. I'm only at the beginning of this journey, and I have a long way to go, but I'm a dedicated student of life. I will learn to soften. I will learn how to receive. I will learn how to become the gentle, intuitive vessel that I am at my core. I will learn to embrace the divine feminine within. The time has come to stop this cycle and come into balance with who I truly am. I look forward to letting go of old patterns and discovering what new gifts lie ahead. Noodles. That's Noodles. Oh, he's gonna climb up on the mic. Just checking it out. So I've brought you to the little clearing in the middle of our property. That we're in the heart of the property right now. Hey, Noodles. And I brought you here because I wanted to have a little heart-to-heart in the heart of my property. And this is something I actually almost don't want to say because it makes me nervous. And I was feeling all sweaty and my heart was racing when I thought of sharing this, but I think maybe that's an even better reason to. So I share so many things that I make and create here, and on the surface it's so beautiful, and it really is. I have an incredible, incredible life, and I'm so grateful for it. However, underlying all of the things that I make is this current of pressure that I put on myself. And I know it stems back to childhood wounds and things like that, and it's something that I've always wanted to get to the bottom of. I do a lot of personal growth. I can share a lot about that on this channel as well, if you're curious about it. And this is something that I'm still working on. This is something that I haven't yet quite figured out. This is something that I'm still trying to understand. But I feel like this week I have figured out a big piece of the puzzle. And that is that in order to protect myself, I've been very masculine in my energies up till this point in life. And it feels rough, it feels harsh, it feels aggressive sometimes. I do take naps every day. I do know how to stop when I physically need rest, but I often push and have this sense all the time that I haven't done enough, and I have this never-ending list of things that I want to accomplish. Which, in a way, is good, right? You always want to be inspired and have a sense of purpose and accomplishment. However, I think there has to be a softer side to it too. You also have to know how to surrender and be in a receiving energy. And that's not something I can do very easily. I have learned how to receive a compliment. I have learned how to receive help, although I still have a very hard time asking for help. I will just do it myself and then get resentful. So I don't know if you can relate to that, but that's something that is not a good quality that I have. Anyway, I just realized this week how much my masculine energies have been controlling my life and also limiting what's available to me. I have a long way to go still, but if you could relate to this, I would love to hear from you. And if you have any suggestions or advice, I have found one really lovely woman on YouTube, and I will link her channel in the description box below. She specializes in healing that divine feminine energy. So that's something I'm going to be working on moving forward. And I just thought I wanted to share that with you, because although I have a lot of expertise and I'm a master potter, I guess you could say, and I'm really good at sewing, there are things in my human side that still need work. And I just wanted to come on here and be vulnerable about that side of things too, because I think it's important to be honest and a real human being, which I am. I would like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here with me alongside this journey through clay and linen and the human heart and soul. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you very soon in the next video. Take care. Lots of love.